In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to set up your VoiceMeeter banana to get you right, get you going. I'm not trying to take up too much of your time in this video because it's a lot of different steps we got to talk about. So if you need something repeated, just rewind the video. We're going to be moving kind of quick, but it's just to save you that time. So as soon as you download VoiceMeeter Banana and you get the actual virtual cables you need from their website and get all that situated, do your restart for your PC to make sure it's installed correctly. First thing you want to do is go to your start menu, and then you want to go to your actual volume mixer by typing that in. Once you type that in, you see we have output device selected as the input for the aux right here. So you see it says VoiceMeeter aux VAIO. The next one we can select as far as VB audio VoiceMeeter VAIO, so without the aux. So we can choose that one if we want to. So if we make this selection right here that says the aux version of it, all that's going to do is make it come through this side right here. That's all that's going to do. So the first thing we want to do is select which side we want things to come through. Do we want it to come through from over here, or do we want it to come through from over there? I like it to come through aux, so I select aux as the option. And then you just simply choose this right here, VB audio VoiceMeeter aux. I always want to say VIAO. VAIO, you want to select that for your input. Now, if you want to, you can go through different applications and select what you want them to do, but I just leave it on default. It works fine for me, but if you want to, you do have that option to choose and select to change it for, certain particular applications. So now we're inside of VoiceMeeter Banana, a beautiful, wonderful, magnificent application. It's so many things to click and select. It looks very confusing, but it's not. The first thing we want to do is we want to come over to A1, A2, and A3. A1 needs to be selected for your speakers. So whatever your speakers are, if you have the Realtek situation, select that if that's what you want. If you have some speakers that's connected to your system, select that. So I wanted to come through my speakers for my laptop, so I select what it is. So if I plug my headphones in with a cord, it'll, the laptop will do its thing and push it through there, but I'll still be hearing it like I'm supposed to. So as far as the A2, this right here is red because it's not connected right now, but this is my Bluetooth headphones, the Audio Technica Bluetooth versions. Beautiful, nice, sound amazing. You should check them out if you're in the market for some new headphones. So I chose that for when it comes to A2's output. A3, same thing. You just select whatever your third option is that you want this sound to go to. So if you have three options, choose your three different options. And if you look right here, it says A1, A2, and A3. If you're following along, yes, that is exactly what you think it is. If you select A1, it's going to come through your speakers that you selected. If you choose A2, it's going to go through the A2. And also with that A3, it's going to go through whatever you selected for A3. So whenever you're messing around with different sounds and turning things up or down, so as you can see right here, this is the actual default setting down here. There's nothing being done to these other inputs, but over here I have it over towards this side right here. If you want to, you can move it around and choose different spots, but this right here is about the sweet spot for most microphones, but the choice is yours as far as what you want to do with it. So that's what this is. But as you can see, you won't be able to hear yourself unless you select it. So as you're listening to it and wanting to listen to it, make sure it's selected right there. It'll come through your speakers. You can monitor it, see what it sounds like, test it out. That way you don't have to keep doing voice recordings. It will be a slight delay though, so don't worry about it. Just do it for as long as you can do it and stand it and turn it off, because you don't want to keep hearing yourself with that slight delay. It might throw off your talking. So once you do that, the next option is choosing where it goes to. So as you see, we have B1, B2. All that's going to do is decide whether or not it's going to come through this VoiceMeeter situation over here inside of OBS. So if we look, this one is the VoiceMeeter VAIO. So if we select that, that's where it goes. It goes to that. If I come over here to where my actual desktop audio is coming through, I select B2, and then you see right there, it starts to monitor what's going on with the actual desktop audio. So right there, we're all good. If I don't want them to hear that, I simply unselect that right there. So now nothing in OBS can hear it, or whatever other software that you have that you're using VoiceMeeter Banana with. And the way you select your microphone is super easy. You just click this right here and select whatever microphone you want. So right here, I have another microphone that's not connected. It's the Rode Video Mic NTG. Beautiful, wonderful microphone. It sounds so amazing. And I don't even have to add a filter to that microphone. Some microphones you do not have to add a filter to. It just depends on the microphone, and it depends on what you like as far as how it sounds. So if I plug that up, I got it set to come through B1 just like this other one. I have it set for nothing to happen to it as far as the sound. No change at all, and it sounds wonderful, sounds amazing. And right here, if you notice, I have mono selected. If you have a stereo microphone situation where you can talk from one side to the other and it's going to have two different volumes, select mono if you don't want it to have two different loudnesses for people who are listening with headphones, because it might sound a little weird to have you coming through louder on the left versus the right. So I choose to make it mono, so it takes whatever the lowest point of the two left and right sides, and it just makes them both even. So it sounds perfectly nice, perfectly normal. It does not distort your sound. It does not mess up your sound. And then over here, as far as your hardware input, you see I have the Elgato Gain Capture HD60. I got that bad boy over here because if you want to, you can have it come in here as well. And you don't even have to have your headset hooked up to your Xbox or PlayStation controller if you don't want to. And you can join a Discord. You can do all sorts of other ways to talk to your teammates through the computer if you want to. So that's how I did that, just to test it out. This is how my brother does it. He brings everything in through here and then joins the party off other controllers and stuff, so he doesn't have to have game chat sometimes if he don't want it to, because this is going to pull up the game chat. It's going to pull up all sorts of different stuff. Blase blah. It's going to get kind of gnarly, but what'd be cool is if he made a tutorial talking about how he uses his VoiceMeeter Banana, because he does it a little different than I do. But this is how you get it set up, just quickly, straight to the point, without doing nothing fantastically crazy. And keep in mind, like I said, the A1s, the A2, and the A3, that all decides where it goes to for what you picked up here. B1 is going to let it come through the VoiceMeeter situation, and then B2 is going to let it come through the VoiceMeeter aux situation. And then you can also turn them up here, or you can turn it up again there, so you can add double the loudness if you need to or want to. You probably don't need to, but with this microphone, it's more on the quieter side, because when I'm playing the game and the game volume's loud, party chat's loud, I usually bump this up to 12 decibels, just turn it up to that. So therefore, when I'm playing the game, streaming or whatever, everyone can hear me perfectly. I just give it a little 12 dB boost. But when I'm recording a video, I leave it on 0 boost, nothing at all. And then obviously in the editing software, I can simply just turn it up in there. So I usually try to remind myself to turn that down to 0 whenever I'm about to edit a video, because I may not need it to be 12 decibel boosted. But when I'm streaming or recording a video with gameplay sound, I usually probably might boost it up. It just depends on if I feel like tinkering with it when I'm editing. But yeah, this is how you get it situated. And as far as this right here, I don't mess with none of this. I want the sound to sound like the creator created it to sound like. So if you want to, you can add more bass to whatever, is coming through these different sides. So this side right here, you can change this. And then as far as the VoiceMeeter aux, you can change this side right here. So if I want people to hear the desktop, keep in mind, I choose one of these options right here. It's going to come through, or I can choose B2. It's going to come through on the aux situation. And then as far as coming through to my speakers, I just select A1 so I can hear it. Or if I'm using my Bluetooth speakers, I choose A2, and so on with the A3 situation. So this is how you set up your VoiceMeeter Banana. It seems very complicated. It seems super difficult, but it's not. Once you get it situated, it's over with. It's done. And another thing you can do is hit the menu button right here, and you want to select System Tray. You want to make sure Run on Windows Startup is selected as well, and you want to choose Show App on Startup. so it can just, be ready for you whenever you turn your computer on. And right here, auto restart. So if it comes into an issue or a problem, it will try to auto restart so you don't just lose sound or you think you're recording when you're not recording. And if for any reason, like you unplug something or whatever, you will need to restart it usually. So you just hit the menu and then you go to restart audio engine, and then you're all set. You're good. Recording sounds nice, beautiful, magnificent. And one last thing I think I forgot to mention is the fact that I have a noise gate on my microphone. So right here, you see I have it set to 1.5. If I drop this down to 0, you'll hear all sorts of background noises and stuff. You'll hear the laptop spinning up, doing crazy stuff with the fans, because it's getting beat up right now with all the stuff I'm trying to do to it. So if I go ahead and turn it down to 0 and stop talking, you see you can still hear the background noise for the microphone situation. So a noise gate is very nice, very beautiful. And I'm not going to lie to you, I have no idea what this is. I've never tested it out to mess with it. I like how it sounds like this with the noise gate situation. So I know in every application I use, that noise gate is coming through VoiceMeeter Banana and working perfectly, versus having to make certain things and adjustments in each application that I'm using this microphone with. So set it, forget it. Come in here and restart things if you need to, and that's it. And if this video helped you out, please slam that like button. It's greatly appreciated. Helps these videos get put into the algorithm so people who need them can find them. And also it's greatly appreciated if you share these videos out to people that need them, or maybe you think they could use this certain situation, but they've never heard of VoiceMeeter Banana or whatever application I'm talking about. Send this to them, let them see that it's not hard at all, get them situated, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.